afternoon, and welcome to another Sunday, another live, another day. It is the 10th of the 10th, 2021. And there are some life events that have occurred over the past, for some of us, days, some of us, weeks, some of us, months, and some have been going through some harsh realities for the past couple of years. And the reality is, and before I get into that, I want to thank everyone who have taken the time out each and every Sunday to watch and have learned and have listened to some of the advice that have been given here. I'm appreciative of it. And for those of you who have subscribed to the YouTube channel, love you loads. And I want to encourage you to share these videos and these presentations or these quotes or whatever they have become to you with your friends and your families. I also want to encourage you just to take care of yourself and your family. Make sure that you're observing the protocols. I'm still washing my hands regularly. I used to before, but consciously washing my hands, not just rushing, and also sanitize where necessary. And of course, social distancing and wearing of my mask. It is hard, and sometimes I feel like this mask is actually a mask that we're hiding whatever it is that we're going through, the harsh realities of life, but we're all facing it together. And, some of us haven't seen, many of us haven't seen anything like this before. And the reality of adjusting is just too much. But I stumbled across, there may be many, but I stumbled across eight realities, harsh realities rather of life. So, eight harsh realities. And we may know them and we may read about them, we may even rehearse them, but are we really embracing it? And one of them is you can't go back, but you can learn from your past. And some of our past experiences brought us where we are today, and we're still living in some of those realities. And if it is something that is making you feel undeserving of happiness, of love, of success, then it is that you need to acknowledge where you are and you need to find your way, whatever it takes to get out of that position that you're in. You can learn, and it is okay to have a horrible past or horrible experience. You have survived it, but you have to learn from it in order to become successful and to become what you've dreamed about, or what is it that you want to accomplish. The other one is busy does not equate to productivity. And some of us become very busy because it is in hiding or masking what is it that we're really experiencing, what is it that we're going through. So we seem busy, we seem happy, we seem occupied, but it's really hiding what is really going on. Oh, yes, you're a financial advisor. Why are you speaking like a counseling psychologist today? But it's the harsh reality of life. I experience it too. And if it is that we're not embracing and acknowledging what we're going through, there is nothing that we can achieve, or even if you're achieving it, you're not able to enjoy it, and you would even see yourself as being successful. And my responsibility is to help you achieve those goals and those dreams. And if there is anything that is blocking that, then we need to acknowledge that so we can move on. The other one is you actually do have time. And sometimes we give excuses for not having time because whatever it is that we're trying to achieve, we want to ignore. That's really what we want, but we really think it's hard and there's no time to do it. Or we're busy doing some things for everybody else, whether it is husband, children, parents, friends. So we have no time to deal with what is it that we are going through or what is it that we're experiencing, and also to accomplish your dreams and your goals. Just remember, if you cannot help yourself, you can't truly help others. And if you take care of yourself, you're better able to take care of others. The other one is you might not live to see tomorrow. And this week I have been extremely, I would say low to the point of just viewing life from a different perspective or various lenses, that we have worked hard to accomplish our dreams and our goals. And some of us have achieved those dreams and those goals. And some of us are living those dreams or goals. Some persons don't live those dreams and those goals. And sometimes we take even the little things and sometimes the big things for granted. And we do take people for granted. And I want to encourage you that every single person in your life that is important to you, whether it's a mentor, employee, employer, spouse, children, mother, father, whomever it is that is important to you, make time for them. Make time for yourself, most importantly, because tomorrow is promised to no one. It is appointed unto all of us to die. We don't know when, and we also don't have control over it. So make the best of today. Make the best of the present. Make the best of what you have now. The other point is failure is a part of the plan. Boy, I can tell you that 44 years that I have been on this earth, that I have failed so many times, whether it is a subject, whether it is a course, whether it is relationship, whether it's money making, whether it is a business decision, I have made as a mom, I have made so many mistakes. I have had so many failures. But I've also, when I wait, have had successes. Because the failures are here for you to figure out your successes. Because if you know that that decision that you have made caused you failure, and you have that decision to make again, you're going to know what decision to make, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a job, whether it be a marriage, for yourselves, for your children, a career choice, an investment choice. You are not going to be making the same mistakes again. And I can lighten it onto what we're going through financially for the past, we can say we're almost at the end of 2021. So in another couple of months, we'll be in this pandemic in Jamaica for Jamaica for 2 years. Some of us maybe longer. And decisions that we have made financially before, I am sure that some of us are even making more money now, or saving more now, or have an investment portfolio in place, or insurance. I know that a lot of persons are applying for insurance now. It wasn't important to them before. So failure comes to make sure that we're putting those plans in place. The other point is life isn't perfect. As I said to you before, based on some life events that have happened for the past few days, one of them is losing a co-worker who was a mentor, who was a good friend. When I view and think about the discussions that we have had, he has never seen me and didn't ask if I was okay. and ask about my children. And for those of you who know me, they are important to me. So once you ask about them, you have my attention. And on Friday of last week, I saw him. He beckoned to me as usual, hey, beautiful, come here. And I didn't have time for him. I told him, I don't have time for this. No, I have to do this. I have to do that. I was busy doing something else, trying to accomplish something. And I didn't take the time to speak to him. The next thing I knew, he was hospitalized, needed blood. I started campaigning for blood. And I spoke to him on Sunday, and he told me everything will be all right. It is just a procedure. I will see you soon. And on Tuesday morning, when I called him again, I got his voicemail. And of course, I assumed he was resting, but he was gone. And that thing hit me like a ton of brick. Like I could have gotten my last hug, my last advice, but I blew it. And you may look, in my estimation, his life was in order. Probably wasn't perfect on his side, but he was a humble soul, seemed happy, seemed okay with life. And what you are going through, sometimes we think that nobody else has experienced it and we're going through the worst and it's the end of the world. I'm here to tell you that social media, Instagram, maybe Facebook, LinkedIn, well, LinkedIn is more for business, but whatever it is that you're viewing somebody's life or somebody's perspective, and you're thinking that your life is crappy right now and theirs is perfect, that life is not perfect. It's not perfect. Hi, Paula. Life is not perfect. It's not always what it seems. That's a harsh reality. There is no perfect life. Somebody may have a better marriage than yours, but they're probably going through a health crisis. Someone may be getting married, or someone may have a child, but somebody else can't, but they're living a wealthy life and that's all they need, or they have all the family around them, but nobody life is perfect. Nobody life is perfect. And that's a harsh reality. One of the things I would love to encourage all of you to do is to do things that you love. A part of doing something for yourself, do something that you love. And don't tell me it's your job or your hobby. You may love your job, but do something that you love. Because your job is really to create an income and to create that generational wealth for your family, or that dream or that goal for yourself. But sometimes you've got to take yourself away from work. Even if it is just watching a movie, that's what you love. If it is spending time with your children, that's what you love. Climbing, taking a hike, or just floating. I can't even swim, but just floating in the water, relaxing somewhere, the breeze, whatever it is, something that you love. That when that time comes, that you would have lived a fulfilled life. Life is for the living. The other point is you can't rely on anyone but yourself. And that was the other harsh reality this weekend. We had a gathering and there were persons there who were doing what they want to do on their phones, chatting away, while others were in the moment of solace, reverence, and other persons carry on with the chattering and the distraction as if no regard or respect for the person that once existed around you. Life can be lonely sometimes, and some of the times the harsh reality comes when you're going through And death is also one of those reminders that we can go no further with you than whether it is the memorial service, the church service, or the graveside. That's the reality. No, doesn't matter how much we love you or we're in love with you, we can go no further with you. With that reality, you notice that I would encourage you never to put anything on hold for anyone. Don't put your life on hold, not for husband, not for children, certainly not friends, certainly not relatives, but do what you love. Go after your dreams and your goals. If it is that you did not study a certain subject or a certain area that you love and you're still having that burden or that dream, go after it. If it is that you wanted that piece of property on the hill, give yourself the time, set that goal, whether it is 5 years, and there are instruments that can help you to accumulate those funds, whether it is 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years. Set the goal and just do it. Stop putting things off. No one is going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So the dreams and the goals that we have set year after year, months after months, and weeks after weeks, and we're waiting for them to come alive, we have to do it for ourselves. So Sunday after Sunday, when I sit here before you, it was never a dream to be on here, to be speaking to anyone. Today, I didn't feel like it. As a matter of fact, I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about today. But I believe that I serve a purpose on this platform in my current capacity, that I'm able to help persons, even if it is to achieve, the college fund or the capital to create generational wealth and income for your families when you're not able to, whether it is you're gone or there a diagnosis or a critical illness, that I'm able to do that. And that is one thing that I'm comforted about with my coworker, that his purpose in what we do has been accomplished in a lot of his friends and his clients' lives. That he was able to genuinely encourage and to guide and to recommend his clients, and some became real good friends to do what it is necessary to create generational wealth for their friends and their families. That is one thing I'm sure about, because he could afford to retire. He could have afforded to resign, but he kept on going after retirement. He kept on going after retirement. Do what you love. And before you go ahead and honor anybody else in terms of what they would like you to do or what purpose, find your purpose, find your dream, live in that purpose and live in that dream. Because remember, the harsh reality is no one is gonna do it for you. You have to do it for yourselves. So whether it is you're going to be creating multiple streams of income to create that wealth, and remember I told you before that busy does not equate to productivity. It does not. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to create all this stuff so I can do this. It must make sense. And you must have time for you. And if family is important to you, you must have time for family. Every day above ground is a good day. So every day alive is a good day. And it is another day to make that change. It is another day to create that reality. I want to thank all of you for watching the videos and for sharing with your friends and your families. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Remember to stay safe and to stay focused and to stay strong. I want to encourage our parents and our guardians that the school companion health card is out, and there are two additional options that are added, option 3 and 4. And our farmers and our fisher folks are getting ready for the next segment of the enrollment for that health card. But I want to encourage you to get yourselves insured, get your children's education fund, get your investments, get your pensions sorted out. And most importantly, guys, we spoke about having your wills in order. Make sure that you have that will properly signed, properly dated, at least 2 witnesses. Make sure that you have those things in place. To enjoy the rest of your afternoon, guys. Walk good. Remember to keep safe. Bye.